this day and age, being able to afford your own home isn't a guarantee, especially if you don't have a partner or parents to help cover costs. It's estimated that almost half of Canadian millennials think that becoming homeowners in the near future is a pipe dream. So today, I'm speaking with Pierre, Mariah, and Oddane, three millennials who have been able to purchase their first home on a single income. I'm so impressed. Hi, everyone. I know our viewers are curious to hear your stories. Pierre, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to tell everybody that what you were able to buy, and it's a townhouse in Hamilton, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Your purchase price was $464,000 in 2018, which is great. Your down payment, 20%. Incredible. So, Pierre, can you tell us about the sacrifices it took to make your home buying dream come true on a single income?
Sacrifices I made for the most part were just working 2 jobs, saving up a lot of them. And the odd times I couldn't go out with my friends. I couldn't go travel with them. It was just, finish one job, go to the next job. And that was the cycle for about 2.5 years, 6 days a week. It worked out well, though, at the end of the day. I just had to save as much as I could. 2
full-time jobs we're talking about here. So yeah, definitely some sacrifices to be made. I'm going to go to Mariah now, who purchased a condo in Guelph, 1 bedroom, a den and a bathroom. The purchase price, $350,000 in 2019. Down payment, again, 20%. And Mariah, tell us more about the steps you took to make that happen.
To build up a down payment on my house, I put all of my bonus money received each year, along with the largest percentage of each one of my paychecks, straight into my RRSPs for over 3 years. This in itself was a sacrifice, as I could never really allocate money to other areas of my life, like travel or recreation, outings with friends, but especially better living accommodations while I worked my first few jobs in marketing and PR in Toronto. So I lived in bachelor units the entire time I was in Toronto. My first apartment I lived in for 3 years was 230 square feet. I worked and I ate in my bedroom, or I slept in my kitchen, depending on how you look at it. I never upgraded to a 1-bedroom unit in the city, so I could save money without my entire paycheck going to rent.
Incredible. And I'm going to head to Oddane now for a moment. So Oddane has a semi-detached duplex in Pickering with 4 bedrooms, 2 kitchens, 2 bathrooms. The purchase price, $590,000 in 2018, down payment 20%. And Oddane, you actually own 2 properties. So how did you do it? And were there any struggles?
It took a lot of sacrifice, but I always live by this one quote. It just says, spend 3 to 5 years of your life investing, saving, and building multiple streams of income. And I kind of lived by that for a while. And I also created a way to live rent-free. And that was being a lived-in mentor in a program. And I just worked and focused. And, the social life was limited. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to focus on building a better future for myself and my family to come.
You did make it happen, which is amazing. And I mean, the common theme for all 3 of you is you're not necessarily living that Instagram life while you're saving for your house, which takes incredible constraints. So Mariah, when you first started thinking about buying a home, what did you envision, and did your purchase meet your expectations?
Well, I originally hoped I would be able to buy a house in Toronto to stay close to work and my friends. I really wanted to stay in the neighborhood that I loved, Queen West, or somewhere just outside of the downtown core. After a lot of thought and a healthy dose of reality, I decided to move back to my hometown of Guelph, where I was optimistic I could afford a detached home with a backyard. That was important to me. But after another healthy dose of reality, I ended up buying a condo that I love, but it does have a balcony.
That's amazing. Okay, Oddane, can you tell us what owning a home means to you?
For a long period of my life, I was like couch surfing and lived in like transitional program, like shelters and stuff. So for me, owning a home and having stability it means a lot to me.
Worth the sacrifices, Pierre? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's worth it. It's nice to have your own place. You can have people come in and out whenever you want, and it's a lot of fun to have your own place. So I think it is worth it. It's worth the sacrifice.
So you all seem very happy, but Mariah, I have to ask you this. Is there any resentment knowing that millennials have such a harder time affording a home than previous generations?
I really sympathize with our generation having a harder time buying homes. It's a problem that I've witnessed firsthand, and the prices only seem to rise every single day, it seems. When I bought a house, my partner was still in school. He was obtaining his second degree to be certified in his field, and he was working through student loans and not in a position to get into the market. And I feel like this story and this situation resonates with so many millennials. The average price of a home has risen, not in proportion to income of millennials. So it feels inequitable and especially difficult to get into the market because in my personal experience, I moved to Toronto to take a higher salary job, but then in turn, that salary wasn't quite enough to afford a home in the city. So I really hope the pandemic allowing for more flexible working conditions helps our generation to expand the radius where they can actually live and work and afford to buy a home.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm right with you. It's untenable, and I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair. I'm going to ask you for advice for millennials looking to buy their own home. Pierre, what would you say?
The end goal is save as much as you can and stay at home with mom and dad if there's an opportunity to.
Yeah, I'd still be at home with mom and dad if I could. Listen, I moved out at 29, and it was good because it gave me the opportunity to save some money. Thank you all for sharing with us today. I love the honesty. It's great to see the numbers up there and to see the sacrifices that it took to get what you got. So thanks so much for joining us today on Cityline.